Hey guys, I just saw this video. I think it's really good. Basically, they're talking about a $500 mortgage, which is almost what a typical house now costs, believe it or not. And definitely a nice house. At 7.35%, and your monthly payment is going to be $3,441.46. What this lady recommends doing is taking out a line of credit, even if it's at 12%, even if it's at 18%. And the reason is, in the first 2 years, the first 23 months, you will be basically paying 69
Why don't you own commercial real estate?
You would be paying $69,000 just in interest. So most of what you're paying is just purely interest. And if you get a line of credit even at 12%, well that's only really $100 a month, you know. And what she's recommending, and let's say your income is $10,000 a month, is you use this as your checking account. And if you pay it off, well, your interest is zero. But anyway, I'll shut up and let her talk for a couple minutes.
Mortgage interest loan that they are giving you right now to buy your home. So I'm going to do a comparison. This is a $500,000 home.
Let me back it up a little bit.
Velocity Banking. Today I wanted to talk about mortgages. I am getting clients coming to me about every week now saying, hey, we bought a home and we have a 7% interest charge. So when I hear that, I want to get down in a fetal position on the floor and just cry out loud for you. And I want to explain to you, when they say to you, oh, go get you a little 4% mortgage. Don't pay a 12% line of credit. Let's go get a little 4% mortgage. I wonder if you know what they're saying. A 4% mortgage, what does that really equal? Well, take 4 times 2, that equals 8, right? Now add a 0 to that. You are paying 80% interest on a mortgage when you are paying 4%. Now I'm going to show you the difference between a 12% line of credit and a 7.35% mortgage interest loan that they are giving you right now to buy your home. So I'm going to do a comparison. This is a $500,000 home at 7.35%. Now I'm doing this because I actually have a client that...
And this is a 30-year mortgage she's talking about.
Just did this. A $500,000 home at 7.35%. Like I said, I wanted to sit and cry with him, but he wasn't even aware because we haven't been told. We just don't know any better. But after this video is over, you're going to know better. You're going to know why. When I say a line of credit at 12%, is much healthier for your finances than this baby 7.35% they tricked you into. So let's talk about it. If you have a $10,000 line of credit and you decide, hey, I want to put this down on the principal of my home, how much interest would that save me if I put $10,000 on the principal of my home? So we take the $10,000, we put it on the $500,000 home, and let's just say that our payments begin July the 1st of 2023, okay? So you take the $10,000, you put it into the home, and you're at $490,000 now. Now remember, you're still making your mortgage payments without taxes and insurance. The mortgage payment on this loan is $3,441.46 a month. It's just a baby payment, but you got this huge home, right? So you brought the $10,000, now your home balance is at $490,000. What if you just decided to go ahead and make the payments on that mortgage and just see how long that took you to get to $490,000? Well, if you paid your payments for 23 months to June 1st, 2025, you are going to be at $490,000 balance approximately. So it took you 23 months to get there, making $3,441 in payments every month, right? But how much interest did you pay to pay that 23 months? So if you take the $10,000 and you put it directly on the $500,000 home, when is it $490,000? Today, July the 1st, 2023, when your first mortgage payment is due, you took the $10,000, you put it on your loan, you're now at $490,000, and it didn't take you 23 months to do it. But how much interest did you pay on this? I mean, this is a 12% line of credit, right? Let's see. So 10,000 times 12% equals what? $1,200, right? Now remember, that's a year. This is simple interest. So 10,000 times 12% is $1,200 a year. Now, what if you said, well, I'm not even going to pay on this. I'm just going to leave that sitting at 10,000. I'll just pay the interest every month. And yeah, it's like $100 a month, right? So if you divide 1,200 by 12 months, you're going to get $100. Yeah, I don't even care. I'll just leave it sitting there. Or you could take your income of $10,000. This person makes $10,000 in income, has $8,000 in expenses. He could say, you know what, I'm just going to use this line of credit as my checking account, and I'm going to put my $10,000 in here. Well, what did that do to your balance as soon as you put in your income? Exactly. What is the payment on this line of credit? Exactly. When you put in your income into a line of credit, you have just satisfied that payment. And how much interest is on this loan now that he has put in his $10,000? Zero. Right? So yes, his expenses could come out of that now. He could pay his expenses, which is $8,000 a month. Use this account as his checking account. His income goes in, his expenses come out. He has put $10,000 on his mortgage, and it did not cost him another payment to do so. Now let's talk about what happened over here with the 23 months that you paid on the mortgage. Remember, it took you 23 months just to get to $490,000. Here you got there in one day. And if you decided not to pay it, you paid $1,200 a year, right, in interest? If you let this run through June of 2025, you are going to pay $69,230 in interest alone.
This is just baffling. Not say baffling to me, but I mean it's it's shocking, and a lot of people are not aware of this. Imagine like a big bubble around your house, and when you're paying, when you're in debt, because when you're borrowing money, you're in debt. There's like a force field around this house, and you're attacking that house every month with payments, and it's just not even getting through the force field, and those are the interest payments. And then finally, after you've paid $1.5 million for the house, 30 years later, then you're actually attacking the principal of the loan. Out of this $3,441, basically, maybe 400 of that is basically paying down the principal of your loan, is actually paying down the house payment, and then after 15 years, maybe half, maybe 1,500 of it is actually going down to pay down the principal. So anybody that buys a 30-year mortgage, it's okay to do that, but you want to make sure that you're paying it off in 15 years. And if you can't pay it off in 15 years, you are buying too big of a house. I just liked I liked when she said, she felt like crawling into a fetal position and crying. But using this example, if you pay $3,441 every month for the next 30 years, you're going to be paying $1.2 million in payments, and you're going to be paying $738,000 in interest. So even just she recommends doing this just one time a year. If you just do this one time a year, yeah, you're gonna have a $1,200 a year payment, but you're saving almost $68,000, because over here you're paying $70,000 just on interest. And I think the reason they hide this from people, I think the reason they don't educate people in high school and growing up is because they want you to be a sucker. And not all banks are evil criminals, but not all car dealers are criminals, But anytime you're dealing with interest rates and you don't really know. I'll give you an example, and I've done this with my eyes wide open. I've been renting an apartment for over 10 years now, and I wish maybe when I was in the military, maybe I could have bought a house then, rented it out. I'd been on my third house by now. I would have 3 houses paid off by other people paying my mortgage for me. but I didn't do that, and I was planning to buy a house at some point over the last couple of years, and to be honest, I really wasn't even sure when I moved here if I was going to be here more than a couple months, yet alone 10 years. And I really didn't want to deal with the hassle of moving a washer and dryer. So anyway, I've been renting a washer and dryer, paying $40 a month for 10 years now. So just to give you an example, $40 times 12 is $480 a year, times, let's say, 10 years. Well, I have basically paid almost $4,800, almost $5,000 for the washer and dryer that I don't even own. I've paid almost $5,000, and you can buy a brand new washer and dryer probably for $1,200. So I have bought. I have paid for and bought basically 4 or 5 washer and dryers. Now I really don't care that much because it's only, it was only $40 a month, whatever. But to me, it was more a convenience thing. I just didn't want to deal with the hassle of moving a new washer and dryer to a new house, and I just thought it was easier just to pay the $40 and not have to deal with the hassle of getting a moving van and moving company and getting all that. But but this is even magnified when it comes to a housing payment, and the same thing with car payments as well. But anytime you are borrowing money and paying interest, and you gotta. I don't mind being screwed out of with the washer and dryer thing, because I know that going in. I knew that going in. So I just want people to be aware of what they're doing to you and how they're screwing you over so badly. I mean, here you can take out a $10,000 line of credit. Now, I'm not sure if she's talking about a HELOC loan, which is a home equity line of credit, and usually those are not. They are usually less than 12%. I want to say maybe 9%, but yeah, anytime you can make an extra payment or that will cut down how much interest you are paying over the long run. And the Rothschilds are one of the richest families in the world, and their industry was banking. And if you ever want to be really rich, you can basically open your own bank for your own family, and anytime you're paying a car loan, anytime you're buying a house, anytime, basically the way these family banks work, and I have listened to a couple of videos on that, as the family gets together once a year or whatever, and with the way the Rothschilds family bank was set up was basically they would have to meet once a year, and anyone could borrow money from the family, but you had to pay it back with interest. But the beauty of it is you're not paying that interest to the bank. You're paying it to yourself. Basically, you're paying it to your family. So that money is not really wasted at all, because instead of paying the bank the 7 or 20% interest or whatever you're paying on your credit card, or you're paying it to yourself. So that is one way how the Rothschilds, and basically another way they had made money was they owned banks all throughout Europe, and basically when the wars happened, they would make money on the wars, and on and on. But anyway, but I'm just saying, for an average family, you can basically, if you have enough money to, I don't know how much you would need, but let's just say your parents left your family $1 million or something, and that $1 million can kind of be like a banking fund for the family. And when your child needs to go to college, when your child needs to get a car loan, when your child needs a housing loan, you can basically borrow money from the, and I guess maybe it should be more than a couple million, but because if you have two people that take out two $500,000 mortgages, then the fund basically can't support more than two $500,000 mortgages at the same time. But I mean, if people are paying $8,000 a month, if you get two $500,000 mortgages, that would definitely strengthen the fund, and then you could put that fund into buy some equities or buy some bonds or something. So you're still you're earning interest from your investments, but you're also earning interest from when your children go to college, when your children get housing loans, when your children get car loans, and this way you're not paying the bank. You're not making the bank rich, you're making your own family rich. Thank you for watching.